Hello, welcome. Long Shot Larry's Sports Astrology. Today we're looking at a Champions League round of 16 game between RB Leipzig and Manchester City on Wednesday. Manchester City are the favourites, so they're going to be the ascendant Libra and its ruler Venus. We don't have a ruler for the 10th. RB Leipzig are the underdogs, so they're going to be represented by the descendant Aries, its ruler Mars, and Capricorn on the IC and its ruler Saturn. The part of fortune's in Scorpio, so Mars is already ruling the descendant, so we don't have a ruler for that. So a couple of things that stick out here straight away. We can see that Jupiter is right on the descendant, so it's going to have an important role to play. We can see that Uranus nearly exactly opposite the part of fortune, and also, just for good measure, Mercury is exactly trine Mars. So we've got three important elements to look at in this chart. So starting with the Frawley method, we can see that the Moon is applying to the descendant. That's one for the underdogs Leipzig within 2 degrees. Jupiter doesn't rule anything, so we can't use that. We've got Uranus opposing the part of fortune. That's another one for the underdog Leipzig. I've found that when you have an exact aspect to the ruler of the either ascendant or descendant, it helps them, and Mercury exactly trine Mars I would read as helpful for the underdog Leipzig. The Antiska of Mars is up here applying to the 10th house, very close, 20 minutes, ruling the descendant. That's another one for the underdogs Leipzig. And the Moon will square that Mars in 5 degrees. That's another one for Leipzig. However, its final aspect will be a sextile to the Antiska of the part of fortune. So that might be a goal for Manchester City right at the death. The coach for Leipzig, Marco Rose, you can see here he's a Virgo, so he's going to relate well to an exact Mercury-Mars trine. That should benefit Geminis, Virgos and Aries in general. Jupiter is very prominent on the descendant here, so it is opposing his Pluto, and Pluto is conjunct Mercury, Mars and Venus natally, which rules his Sun, and all that stellium there is sextile Saturn and sextile Neptune, so he's got a mini grand trine there. Now is Jupiter positive for that? We'll wait and see, but I think that's okay. He's not, doesn't really relate to that Uranus opposite the part of fortune. Manchester City coach Pep Guardiola, how does he line up? Jupiter on the descendant, it's important to have a good alignment to that. It is Chinese Venus, which is very helpful. He's not really related to Mercury and Mars that I can see. This Uranus opposite part of fortune, well, Uranus is applying to a conjunction to his Saturn 20 minutes away. And Saturn in his chart rules his Capricorn Sun and also his Capricorn MC, so it's a pretty important planet. Now natally, Uranus is conjunct his Moon and it's quincunx Saturn. Now that's not the end of the world, but it does mean adjustments. I think Uranus is probably functioning a bit of a negative capacity here today because it is opposite the part of fortune, so that's a potential negative for Pep Guardiola. In summary, we've got three amazing things going on. Very rare you find that in a chart. Jupiter on the descendant, Uranus exactly opposite the part of fortune, and an exact aspect with Mercury trine Mars. Very, very rare that you see that. The Frawley method points to RB Leipzig, in my opinion, quite strongly. The coach for RB Leipzig, Marco Rose, looks okay, nothing outstanding there. Manchester City coach looks okay, however that Uranus part of fortune I think could be a bit of a bugbear today. So for this game here, I think, looking at this in summary, I think RB Leipzig, pretty good chance to get this would be a pretty big upset win here. So thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and see you in the next one.